congratulations on finding an idol.
Short-lived, but I'm so happy I finally did.
So what was it that made you feel safe enough to save it?
I didn't feel safe at all. I knew it was a huge gamble. I knew it was a risk, but for me, it was 50-50. And I liked those odds. Realistically, I pitched a case that to me made sense, which is why would you keep Q over me? Like my whole pitch to everyone was no one's gonna vote for me in the end. No one trusts me or likes me. So why would you keep me over Q? Keep Q over me. So I knew it was a risk, but it was one I was willing to take and one that I thought had a great payoff if it went successfully. So, hindsight's 2020.
Of course. Now,
Yeah.
how do you feel about your edit? Was this accurate to your experience?
Uh Obviously it misses a lot of the context. I think it really undersells how unfortunate the way I was treated was by the people I was with. It's very difficult. It was difficult for me to watch back, honestly, because the way I was isolated psychologically put me in a very dark place. Like, do not underestimate being stuck on an island and having no one to talk to. And as much as people say that it was for the sake of their game to like not associate with me, there's no excuse for just outright ignoring someone's existence and not speaking to them and treating them so poorly. So that was definitely difficult to watch. Yeah, that part of the edit was hard.
Yeah, it was, I can imagine it was hard for us and we didn't live through it. You were not finding relationships on your original
Mhm.
tribe, and then we see Randon leave. Did
Yeah.
that just put a big hole in your game and your experience?
It really did. As much as Soda said that I was like, like incapable of making any relationships, from day two, Randon and I were on lock. And so when he left the game and with the idol in his pocket, it definitely changed the trajectory of the future of my game. And it was like, once again, I was put back on the bottom with no connections and no real chance. So it was definitely unfortunate when Randon left, and then come the merge when Tevin started throwing my name out there and painting such a negative picture of me to my fellow tribe mates. It really did put me in a difficult position. So yeah, it was very hard.
What was the issue with you and Soda? I mean, was it like sisterly or was it just not working?
Can I tell you? I absolutely adore Soda, but what's unfortunate is a lot of her game revolved around her need for approval from Tevin. And what I think a lot of people failed to realize is that in the game of Survivor, no single person is indispensable. Okay. You should not put your entire game in the hands of one person. And so when she decided to just flat out not associate with me, not talk to me, and just, essentially ignore me, I think, yeah, I think that was just a huge shift in our relationship. I still have a lot of love for her though. So yeah.
Did you have any idea that Tevin and Liz were over here needing credit for moves?
Like, can I be honest? I don't care. Like, the whole conversation about like whose move it is, I don't give a shit whose move it is. Okay, that's something you can plead your case about at the end. And I feel like that sort of meta outlook on the game is what sunk a lot of their own individual games, is to think of it in that way. And one thing that I heard that I think really rings true for the season is that there these moves don't belong to any individual person. Okay, this is not a solo game. Okay, it takes several people to make a move successful and for a move to happen. So every move is someone's move, whether you like it or not. It's not like solely on one person's shoulders. So I honestly, it was so annoying to see them talking shit because, like, shut up. First of all, your own arrogance is showing right now. But yeah, it was just annoying to watch.
Was that the first time you realized when you saw it in the edit?
Yeah, can I tell you why? Because they did not speak to me. No one really spoke to me. And it's heartbreaking because I don't think I deserve that level of isolation. Like, as much as like, what am I supposed to think when I only have my side of the story? Like, genuinely, how am I supposed to paint the picture? I can only fill in the gaps from what I see. And I had made several attempts to communicate with Tevin and to try and work with him. And you know what's funny is that me and Tevin were on the exact same side, but he still refused to work with me and to talk to me. So I think ultimately that's what shot him in the foot in his game. And karma is a bitch. So
what do you think happened in this tribal? I mean, the storyline of like, we're going to get Q out, but we're not really, has been happening over and over again. What do you think got you out this specific tribal?
You know what it was? It was just taking such a big risk. Ultimately, looking back on it now, I should have kept my mouth shut. And I guess my perception of my conversation with Charlie was different from how he was perceiving it. I saw it as, here's an olive branch. Here's something that I can offer you so that we can work together and you can feel more comfortable taking me to the end with you. He saw it as, oh no, here is an uncertainty that could potentially nuke my game. Let me remove that uncertainty altogether. So I completely understand his perspective. Unfortunately, I didn't really recognize that in the moment, and I should have kept my mouth shut. But you know, hindsight is 2020, and I've learned my lesson. So don't trust a Swiftie.
Ooh, oh boy. We're just calling out a whole group.
I say that with love because my best friend of 10 years is the biggest Swiftie. So yeah.
Well, you've had a little bit of space and time. Can you sum up this whole experience for you?
This whole experience, I would say, is a blessing for me. Two amazing things came out of this situation. One thing is I've learned so freaking much about myself, who I am as a person, but more than that, how I come off to others, which, not to conflate the two, like my intentions don't always translate to how I'm perceived, but the fact that I'm able to get that third party perspective of how I come off, it's gonna make me such a better person and a stronger advocate. Like, I got into law school recently, so I'm just taking this on the chin because this is just great feedback to hear for me to be like an even better lawyer in the future. Another great thing out of this experience was to be able to be the representation that I've always wanted to see in the media I consume, and to be a voice for the voiceless and speak out on what's happening in Iran and to Iranian women. Like I said, women like freedom, and I will say that to the very end. And I am so grateful that that was shown. Yeah, you brought a tear to my eye.
Well, yeah, I'm so grateful that you have this platform to speak up, and congratulations on law school. That's amazing.
Thank you. I know, I'm so excited to think about anything other than Survivor for a moment, you know? But I'm very excited. I'm very grateful. So yeah.
Well, it was tough to watch from time to time, and I know this experience was difficult, but it was truly great to watch you and watch you, constantly push and play.
Thank you. I think that's something I'm very proud of myself. I had so many opportunities to just give up, roll over, and just check out mentally from the game. But I, from beginning to end, had a fire under my ass. And people say it was me being chaotic. I saw it as me trying at every opportunity to use my voice and to really exert my own power and like make a difference in this game, whether it be successful or not. I played the game and I never gave up, and I'm freaking proud of myself for pushing through. Yeah, I'm very happy.
Absolutely. Good to hear. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Have a good day.